Okay, so here we are in Buenos Aires. I'm just gonna give a quick tour of my new apartment, which is back here, up on that tower, the red top, that whole top bit. So this is the tail end of, I guess, a trip where I went around the world. Left from Los Angeles, flew out to Zurich, where my girlfriend's mom picked me up, drove me into southern Germany, hung out there in southern Germany in a town called Freiburg for a couple months, and then flew my cat out, Lucy, and flew her over to France. Well, picked her up in Zurich and then drove her out to Lyon, where she lives in a dairy farm outside of Lyon at my girlfriend's aunt's place, which is an amazing place. Oh, this statue over here. I love the statue. I don't know if it's the only one of its kind, but it's the Thinker. And it looks like, I don't think they had this here a couple years ago, but they seem to have sectioned it off because they don't want people touching it. Usually people start rubbing on the genitals of these statues and they turn all gold. Looks like a little bullet. Somebody shot the glass? What the hell? Anyway, this is the Plaza of the Congress down here. It's like right in the center of Buenos Aires. And I'm just gonna march us over there. Nice little park, little kids playing here. I got some binoculars in the apartment. You can spy on these people. So the other day we arrived here, and right within the first 2 minutes, get our bags, we're waiting for the landlord to sort of meet us in the front, and there was like an attempted robbery on us. Like the oldest trick in the book, and it didn't work, but this sort of fat looking sort of guy comes up to us and says, "Hey, you got some bird shit on you." To which I was like, "What?" And he's like, yeah, there's bird shit. And there's like this weird smelling liquidy thing. It didn't look like any bird shit I've ever seen. It wasn't like white. And so immediately I was like, what is he talking about? And he kind of spoke in broken English. And it happened right over there. And I was like already on guard just from being Los Angeles. Like why is anybody talking to me? You know nobody's talking to me to be nice. It's either they want you to convert to their religion, or they want to penetrate one of your orifices with one of their sexual organs. Something's wrong if somebody's talking to you. That's just how I've been raised. And as usual, I was right. So he's trying to distract us, and he's like, "Oh yeah, here's a napkin. I'll help you wipe this off." And so he takes out a little bottle of water and a napkin, and like as he's doing this, some fat friend of his is lurking around the corner, and I'm like noticing this guy. I'm like, this guy looks completely out of place. He's just standing there doing nothing. Like he has no business to be around here. He's just some grown-ass fat man in the middle of the day looking completely sketchy, and he's basically waiting for us to turn our back and steal our bags. Now we had computers and cameras and all sorts of stuff, so I don't let him do it, and we managed to escape that, which was lovely. So anyway, here's the place. So the building is over 100 years old, and they put this sort of old-fashioned elevator in here about 90 years ago. So we got that new modern age elevator, the 90-year version. It makes some funky sounds, which is a little bit unnerving, but it's a hell of a lot better than climbing these stairs. Oh. So yeah, I'm just trying to get settled back in. Came out from, where was I? So yeah, went to Zurich, went to Germany, up to Berlin. And from Berlin, I had to get out because, you know, the visa stuff. So I went over to visit my sister up in London and hang out with the kids. I was there for about a month. Went over to Portsmouth. Showed Rena the West End musical theater. We saw the Book of Mormon, her first musical ever, which was kind of cool. And then where did we go after that? Oh yeah, then we went to Tokyo through Moscow. So just long ass flight all over Asia. Spent a couple weeks in Tokyo. Unbelievable, incredible culture. Couldn't get enough of it. Then headed over to Seoul, Korea, which was fantastic. I don't know how those people manage that city with that many millions of people and like do such a good job of it. Unbelievably impressed with that. Here's the apartment. And then we went over to, where did we go? Thailand, Phuket, for like, I don't know, 3 weeks maybe, something like that. Checking out the beaches, the islands, all that crazy stuff. That's my hat I got in Thailand to help me protect me from the sun, but it didn't cover my neck because my head is so enormous. So up here on the 6th floor, and this is the view we're looking at. I feel very much like Lee Harvey Oswald up here. Actually, it's pretty similar. If I shot John F. Kennedy through those trees. I wonder what it says about me that it's like a Rorschach test where you see an ink blot and you interpret it to mean whatever you want. I see a beautiful view like this and I start thinking about exploding the president's head. But it does look exactly like that shot you took. Anyway, so yeah, so this is the tower up here. And we actually have access to that. But first I'll show you the bedroom. Here's a painting some guy did of it, which is kind of nice. So back here we have a little walk-in closet with a ceiling that will knock your head off unless you duck. So it's a duck-in. It's actually a duck-in closet. Marina has put all the stuff. She's organized it. And now here I've already blocked out the sun because I'm trying to make this place my little work cave. And I got a fan here, which is not for me but for my computer, because my computer fan, I think it got just dust in it from Thailand or whatever. I don't know, just accumulation of dust, which was... Here's the square TV, which I will surely never use. This connects out to the balcony. Now, onward. Okay, where were we? Phuket, we left down to Sydney, and 9 days in Sydney, which was great, but I mean, aside from the prices, which were absolutely insane. Here's the one bathroom with the stained glass shower, which you gotta love. Little living room. One problem in here is, well, here's a sitar, which I'm not sure if I'm gonna get any good at, but where'd the flies go? There used to be flies in here. Did they live out their life? Huh. I wanted to figure out a way to get rid of those. So, if you go up the stairs, you have a second bedroom up here, which I come up and just kind of work in. Or if Rena's trying to go to bed, I don't want to keep her up with the light of my computer, so I stay up here. You can tell because I have my water bottle and my dried pears, which are my loves. And then here's a little view from back here with the Argentine flag flying majestically. And yes, so you want more? You want to go up further? Okay, fine. Spiral staircase. I have a head rush right now, which I will power through. Don't think I've ever talked to myself for this extended amount of time. This is an all-time record. This is the bathroom. Doesn't work. Waterfall shower. And it looks like kind of a coffin slash tomb slash bath. Not sure how comfortable that's going to be. A little bathroom. What's up there? Whiteness. So now I'm out of breath, which is embarrassing because you can hear it. But I have climbed a few steps and I'm climbing more. I'm going up into the tower, which is kind of cool. 360 view of downtown Buenos Aires. And then you can actually pop this open, I think. Takes a little bit like that. And you go boom. And this is where I come when I watch my Sarah Palin videos. I don't want to jump really, but I want to have the option. I want choice A and choice B. I just want to be able to end it at any point quickly. But the drop would be pretty significant, so I'm still working on a solution for that. And then, Jesus, it goes up. So I will go up, why not? This is like the little crow's nest in the top of the top. Oh yeah. This is kind of cool. Rena had sent me a link to this apartment as a joke. She's like, hey, why don't we live here? And I was like, you know what, screw it, let's do that. So, this is like the little bubble, the red part on the top, and then you have a ladder. Goes up and you can pop into the very top, which I have not done yet, because I don't know, there's other things to do. Life is short. We're dying here, you know what I'm saying? What is this all about? Anyway, so that's my trip, that's my journey, and yeah, now you know. More to come, but I'm going to be sticking here for a while. All right, later.